Hello, hello, hello. As you can guess from the lightning, this is a fine day today. The weather is great. It's almost spring is here, and we're at home. So we stay at home, and staying at home has its own advantages and disadvantages. And one of the advantages of staying at home is that you can watch more TV, read more. Even though I'm not reading that much because I'm mostly reading outdoors. I'm one of those weird guys, and well, I've spent the last few months complaining about how awful a writer Chris Chibnall of Doctor Who is, and I was flabbergasted by his ineptitude at writing a decent episode in this series 12 of Doctor Who. I remember watching the first two seasons of Torchwood, and there were riddled with problems too. So I was wondering that this guy has done a great show, I've heard, Broadchurch. Let me watch it. Because, well, it's sort of a Doctor Who spin off. I mean, you've got 10, 13, as well as Rory in there, so what the hell. So I watched the first season of Broadchurch, trying to understand what's so great about Chris Chibnall and why this series was success, and I understood two things. That A, season 1 of Broadchurch is great, and 2, Chris Chibnall is still an awful writer. However, the season works great. Broadchurch, in case you haven't seen it, and I suggest you do see it because it's a very good show, is a police drama. It's a drama about a boy being murdered in a small English town. And the detective leading the investigation is played by David Tennant, and the boy's mother is Judy Whittaker, and I cannot recall the rest of the cast at the moment, so I'm sorry for that. This is a far more quick video. I haven't scripted anything, it's just a reaction slash rant, whatever. So the detective is he has just come into town, was a foreigner, he has a traumatic past, and tries to find out who killed the boy because he was on a cliff and he fell, supposedly. Does this remind you of something? But they realized the boy was murdered. Hit the lightning. The boy was, he was struggled before being left on the beach. So we have the two detectives, David Tennant and another lady. I cannot recall the actress' name, even though she was great in the show too. Olivia Colman, the actress playing the other detective, is Olivia Colman. She pretty much has the personality of the 30th Doctor. She's very awkward. She's not quite sure how to deal with stuff, and also she needs a man to get her out of the mess. It's not perfect. She's awkward and she's very secure. If you've watched this series, you love it because of episode 4. Because what this series does amazingly well is that it builds this society of a small town, all those intricate relations between the people living in it, in Broadchurch, which is a small tourist town, and how nothing is ideal. I had some very strong Twin Peaks vibes out of it, mostly because of it's Chris Chibnall. So there was an amazing lack of focus, and I felt like this series was episode 1, when we find the body, episode 8, when you find who killed the boy, and we have a lot of events thrown in there just to fill up space. However, it sort of works because the direction is great. There is some great direction, some very good camera work and lighting. Production values are amazing. The acting is also great. There are lots of great actors in this series, and it shows because they can hold the so script. And of course we have this amazing music that is, the music in this show is amazing. Everything is a very high production, and because it's a contemporary setting, it can hide many of the shortcomings of the writing, because the writing in Broadchurch is also bad. And when I say bad, I mean embarrassingly bad, to the point that, yeah, there is nothing in there. There is a lot of, there is no plot. It's mostly, I mean, if you take the two lead detectives, you exchange them for any other character. If they were just, two prop pieces, nothing would change in the story. Well, something would change, but it's a spoiler. And what really this series really gets great is the environment. I think that Chris Chibnall is more interested in giving us a setting. He's a setting writer. He wants to give. He wants to. I think his interest is in taking a core idea and using the characters and the setting to show this idea. And the episode 4 I've mentioned, it was amazing because it takes a very real thing, a very current, very real, very interesting concept. He runs with it. And the result was amazing, was very emotional. It was really hard-hitting. And if you've seen this show, you already know what I'm talking about. It was a great character arc and great side plot. But it's not about the characters or the plots. It's about the society. And I think that's why Doctor Who, the last 2 seasons, comes out so awful. Because it's not a setting show. It's a plot and character-driven show. It's about changing the setting every episode and using the characters to have a great adventure, and that's not something Chris Chibnall does well. I don't think he understands how plots work. It sort of worked with Torchwood because we had the setting beat down and we had the characters exploring the setting, the concept of this government team trying to collect alien artifacts and making a mess out of it. It was pretty interesting in a way. It was, of course, very bad too. I hated the first 2 seasons of Torchwood, but then Russell T Davies took over and was, wow. I mean, Children of the Earth was mind-blowingly good. I was like, oh yes, that was what it was supposed to be. But then, back then I didn't know who Chris Chibnall was, and most of his Doctor Who episodes before he took over as a showrunner was doing the same thing. I mean, yes, Dinosaurs on a Spaceship was the one exception when he used the setting to its full extent because it's dinosaurs on a spaceship. Okay, it's a meme, but they did it well. Just the title. I mean, Dinosaurs on a Spaceship is like perfect. That's what I want to see in a Doctor Who episode. But that's why it fails. That's why it feels so bad. And that's why we have all those companions around and all those side characters, because every episode in Doctor Who was trying to give us a setting and an idea through the setting. It doesn't work in 45 episodes. And I really feel the need to, if they have changed the format, if they had the Doctor being earthbound, like they did with Pertwee, by John Pertwee back in the 70s, and have her try to interact with all those companions and get back to her TARDIS for a season, that would be a great show. That would work great. And I think that if they were brave enough to go there, they would be killing it right now. And maybe have the Doctor get transported to Gallifrey and try to deal with the Time Lords, which they killed off just like that. Why? So yes, I think that despite what I may say about Chris Chibnall, he can do certain things very well, very interesting way, and I hope he went there in Doctor Who, because yes, it will be an interesting change of the concept, and it will be actually maybe good. So what's your opinion? Do you think that I'm wrong or not? And whatever, you can press the like button, subscribe, share this video if you liked it, and I'll see you soon. Thank you for watching.